A lot of these guys were using this, I don't know if you remember this thing, the Akai 12 track. It was a box that had 12 inputs and a VHS recorder in one box, and it sounded pretty crappy, but so people were starting to say, well, I need a better mic pre, I need a better microphone. But there really wasn't a lot of stuff available. You could buy an API preamp, you could get something from Demeter, but there were, Neve wouldn't sell you a channel module. So I got into this thing of where a bunch of engineers got together. We decided that the Trident A-Range was the best sounding console we'd ever heard. And so I went to Phil Wagner at Trident and said, why don't you make these things again? People will buy them. And he said, we have no interest in doing it. Why don't you do it? And he sold me the schematic. And I borrowed a module from Lenny Kravitz, and we emulated it. The circuit is identical. The input transformer is not. We use a Jensen input transformer. The real benefit of that is it's built in California, and so they're readily available, as opposed to having to order some funky English transformer that you have to order 100 or 200 of at a time and wait 6 months for. But it's a great transformer, the Jensen. And it's a little more, well, certainly more linear than the ones that were in the original Trident. But then again, there were never two Tridents that sounded the same. So the compressor is a unique design. It uses the same audio amplifiers as the mic pre, but it uses a kind of unique detector circuit, a peak detector circuit. Could go from very fast to very slow. It has 3 fixed release times, 2 dual time constant release times. It's got the 33609 and the A&D compacts, and then it has 2 or 3 of the Fairchild releases. So it can actually emulate, from the standpoint of releases and attacks, all those different compressors. We have the manuals are all online, and you would pick one of the Fairchild releases, and then you could adjust the attack to wherever you like. The Fairchild, each one of those time constants had different attack times. Yeah, well, I mean, what's the point of it? The point of it is it's very musical, solid equipment that is very simple to use. It's our sort of motto is get home early. We don't put on a lot of features that, what I call nonsense features, impedance switching and reverse hysteresis and all these things. They're pretty much very simple devices that have very basic user-friendly interface. Anybody who has ever worked an equalizer or a mic pre can look at that and understand exactly what it's intended to do. It's supposed to be very, very easy to use and very difficult to make anything sound bad. It's one of these things where you just put audio in and it comes out sounding better.